Hello everyone, this is GB02 here, doing my second recording because I was having some technical issues, but I think I fixed them, hopefully. And I bring you the AG and the Döven Wolf. These two matches were a request by Johanna. I'll talk about the AG first, and I'll talk about the Döven Wolf later. So the AG, he wanted in GB02 colors, whatever the hell that is. I'm not really gonna bother like linking the colors because, or like what the suit is, because I think it's ugly as fuck. And these colors are terrible, but he wanted it that way. I mean, that is what he requested, and obviously, when the man says like try to get close to these colors, like trying to like say I can't get it right, like I'm gonna try my ass off to get it right, and I think I pretty much got it on the spot, so fuck you. But so he wanted the AG and GB02 colors, and they do look okay now that I see on at least the AG, but on the actual suit he's talking about, I think they look hideous, and the design is hideous. But I'm lucky that I was able to actually get this out in time, because originally Johanna, aka Buddy, wanted the Hildolfer instead of the Döven Wolf. He wanted the Hildolfer in what was it, GB03 colors, and I was like, no way, dude. I tried my ass off to get it. Like, I imagine the Hildolfer was fucking unable to, because I am trash with the Hildolfer. It's like one of those suits that I am just horrible with, and I refuse to like it at all. I don't like the Hildolfer. I think it's a garbage mobile suit, and I don't like it. I don't like really anything about the Hildolfer, aside from like the actual cannon part. But yeah, I was having a real difficult time getting a match with the Hildolfer, and he did give me a alternative, which was the Döven Wolf request. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll do that one instead, because no way in hell am I going to do Hildolfer. But if you want to know the colors that I've used for any of them, including the Hildolfer and those getter colors, you'd always ask me in the comments down below or my Discord server. Link to that's in the description down below. So the AG is a 200 point raid at level 1, goes up to level 2 at 250, and this thing is fun and dumb as hell to use. It is ridiculously stupid how much damage you get, but this little boy, this drilly boy, it is ridiculous. And it really just comes down to the drill, because this drill is like the main damage dealer, but also the laser torch does a crap ton of damage. Like, a lot, for such a tiny kind of drill weapon that it is. So speaking of which, let's kind of go over the weapons now. So the weapons it has the left arm missile launcher, which is okay. Definitely the missiles on the head are a lot better than the missiles on the left arm, but I guess that's the best you got. So I mean, they're still fine, but you also have the drill on the right arm, which obviously does a fuckload of damage. It is ridiculous how much damage you can do with the drill, especially because you can do two melee swings with it, so it's quite impressive how much damage you'll be doing. And then you also have the laser torch, which again is a kind of short range weapon. It is very short range, but it does lots of damage if you're able to hit people with it. And then you have the missiles on the head, which I think takes 3 out of 8 missiles to actually stagger people with it. So it's quite good in that respect. And so basically all that put into a tiny little thing like this is basically like death in a ball. But not an actual ball. And like the design itself, which I guess I can talk about that now because I don't really have much else to say about the weapons. The design itself of the AG, I used to never be a fan of it, but now I think it is one of the most adorable freaking mobile suits I have ever seen. It is so damn cute for some reason. I don't know why I think it's adorable. I guess I have my own weird standard for what's cute and what's not cute. Because I think a landman roadie from Iron Blooded Warfence is adorable to look at. That's why it's my freaking profile on, not Instagram, but on YouTube. Because I just love the design of the landman roadie, and I find it quite adorable. So don't underestimate this little ball of death on 2 little feet and a drill and missiles. It is deadly. Don't trust this. It is like a pigeon, right? It may look innocent, but it is fearsome and deadly. But honestly, I got nothing much else to say about the AG, other than it might get a nerf eventually, because this thing does so much damage. Yeah, a lot of damage. But otherwise, that's the AG. Unfortunately, we lost, but I did do pretty well this match. And actually, the AG is actually pretty good in mix-up. I did have a match in the AG and mix-up. I'll probably post that one later. I don't know when I would post that one. But, yeah, I'll post that one soon so that you guys can see. It is really good in mix-up for some reason. I'm not sure. I think it's just because, like, no one really expects you to bring such a low-cost mobile suit into basically a room of 600s and 650s, but man, it still does good, you know. But enough about the AG. Let's move on to the Döven, which for this one, Johanna requested, or his alternate request was the Döven in Worklack Bonham. Sorry if I butchered the name, but he wanted it in those custom colors, which is essentially America colors, because it is literally red, white, and blue. Because, for that specific Döven Wolf, it has the sleeves markings, which obviously doesn't exist on this suit at all. You don't have that decoration, which I'm guessing they might eventually add that as a decoration, or something, when, they get to Unicorn, or BB Studios get to Unicorn. But, basically, other than that, the only other thing this thing is missing from that one is the, I think, Rosen Zulu type shield with the kind of mega particle cannons on there. So, yeah, don't have that. But otherwise, it pretty much is spot on. I do like how these colors turned out. I'm not sure if I would actually just use them all the time, because I already have my kind of Dewatch colors on it, and they look pretty good. But they're still pretty good colors, as well. So that is quite nice. And the Döven Wolf is still quite fun. Don't get me wrong. It is quite difficult now when you have the Faz in the game, because the Faz that thing is quite impressive, especially when it's 600. So you kind of just get wrecked half the time, which is not fun in the slightest. But I mean, Döven Wolf still isn't a pushover. Definitely has a better shot at getting kills and everything than the Faz, because it has so many weapons to rely on. Although this thing pretty much shares the same problem with the Faz to begin with, which is the lack of melee resistance. I mean, at least with this one you have a little bit of melee resistance, but The Faz has 0, so I mean, you got a slight advantage, but still, this thing's melee resistance is a complete garbage. So basically, if you want to make this suit better than it is now, I think stacking on resistances and adding on a bit more health, because this thing is a bit squishy, adding those would probably make this suit so much better. So, otherwise, the Döven Wolf still is pretty much the same, hasn't been touched since its release. So I guess we kind of go over the weapons, which there is a lot of. You got the Döven Wolf Beam Rifle, which charges. It's a kind of energy beam rifle, not like an E-Pack or anything. Has the Döven Wolf Beam Saber, of course. It has the what is it? The backpack cannons. Yeah, the cannons on the back, the missiles on the back, the incoms, the waist-mounted mega particle cannons, the head Vulcans, and the combined form of the beam rifle going into the chest. So you got 8 weapons, and each of them are good in their own scenario, and basically it just turns this thing from a kind of typical general to basically an all-rounder type, where like it can literally do any kind of situation, or like any type of attack, because it has missiles. It basically has a weapon for every situation, aside from like kind of having like an instant stagger bazooka or something. But I mean, the waist-mounted mega particle cannons, if you're close enough, will stagger. So technically you do. I mean, there's not really much else to this suit other than that. Still quite a beast. People will still try to attack you when you basically have super armor for no reason. I never understood that, because there's so many people who will just like try to like hit me with melee and then just get immediately tackled because I have super armor, and they just don't realize that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this request, Johanna, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone.